and girls, Lady Silver Vixen here. Been a while since I've done a YouTube video where you guys can actually see me. I'm still working on some of the minor kinks with the video recorder that I have, but don't worry, it will get fixed eventually. You know how those things go. With technology, you just never know. Anyway, I've been hounded a lot about the whole thing about spirit guides, especially since I've posted up the animal totem pathworking, which is the last video that I did. So I was like, alright, well, totem animal, spirit guide, they kind of go hand in hand. But to make it a little clearer, animal guides or totems, those are more for specific teachings and for protection more than what a spirit guide is. A spirit guide actually is usually, a lot of people make reference to them as one or more entities who actually watch, teach, help, and literally guide, hence their name, guide you through a physical journey into your own spiritual awareness. Their sole purpose is literally to guide you, not for you to give yourself over completely to them. Okay, so if you actually have an entity that tries to claim that it's a spirit guide but commands nothing but, worship from you, it's probably not a spirit guide. There are different types of spirit guides. There's ascended masters, astral guide, ancestral guides. Sorry, my notes are in chicken scratch. So, anyway, ancestral guides, animal guides, and of course the teacher guide are the most common of spirit guides. Ascended masters, a couple examples would be the Buddha, Jesus, people like this. These are the guides who are often found by people who usually do energy working. This is usually a multi-person guide who led an actual physical life, and that's why I said Buddha. And basically, these are really some of the most difficult to explain, mainly because when you think of a spirit guide, you don't think of that guide actually being, with, say, me, whoever's watching this video, and possibly that same guide could be with everybody else who's watching this video. Okay, and that's really what an ascended master type guide does. They are literally a multi-person guide. They will be with several people at once, guiding them in different areas. These are also known as the master teacher guides. The ancestral guides, these are people, obviously ancestors. These are people who can actually literally claim kinship to you, whether it be a deceased brother, grandmother, aunt, uncle. You guys get the idea. The animal guides, like I said, those are more towards the totem things, which completely separate bundle of mess in general. It is not uncommon, though, to actually find people with, say, a dead pet that lingers around to help you out on occasion. My familiar Carnage, as many of you know, was a pet rat of mine who passed away. His spirit actually still lingers around my altar because that's one of the places that he enjoyed being. He used to actually help me with my magic, and it's cute because I still see his spirit roaming around on my altar every once in a while. But anyway, moving on. The teacher guide are more commonly just a regular common spirit guide. These are typically guides which are usually archetypal. They're usually symbolic or representative of something else. For example, your guide may appear as a warrior or a storyteller, and typically the purpose is really to teach and to guide you along a particular path. They can also introduce you to other spirit guides along your journey as well. This is really to help you more with the problem-solving issues. Because I don't know about you guys, every once in a while it's good to have a little extra help. Spirit guides can also be aspects of yourself. I'm not really going to dive too deep into this because they're even 15 minutes isn't long enough for me. Um, these are really beings of light that may physically appear to you in a humanoid form, so that your mind can actually conceptualize them a little better. Um, spirit guides don't necessarily have to be human, okay? Um, you can actually, if need be, and this should be on a very last resort type deal, if need be, you can actually ask a guide to leave, and they have to comply. They may linger on the edges, but they do have to leave. You can also request additional guides, like I said, for helping with the problem solving. Not only can you actually specifically request these things, but sometimes if a spirit guide feels the need to actually put you in touch with somebody else, a different guide, then that'll happen. Each guide usually comes in for a specific purpose in our lives, as spiritual guardians, healers, to help you with creative work, things of that nature. And this is still debatable, but on one of the websites that I found, it said the average number of guides is usually 5, and it's usually a mix of male and female. I have to highly disagree with this, because there is no set number. One person can have 5, and another person can have 10. So it's very debatable. One thing that I have to say is that they do speak. And when I say speak, it varies. Some will speak to you in meditation. Some people are capable of actually physically hearing their guide. Some people can see the guide, and the guide can actually show them physical images in their mind's eye. I mean, they show and they speak to you in multiple ways. So, but anyway, one of the biggest issues that I noticed is that a lot of people really want to know, how to communicate with their guide. So, to start off with, first of all, you need to understand what the guide is, which is pretty much what I just explained. Here's just a few little things to help you out. As you can see, I have notes. As you can see, it is kind of chicken scratch. Let's see. First of all, you need to stick with yes or no and very unpersonal questions, okay? You want to record everything as well. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find a very quiet place, free of distractions. You want to clear your mind, relax your body. Go back to the meditation and astral projection videos where I actually guide you through breathing exercises. You can do these. It'll help. And what you're going to do is you're going to focus on your guide. You're going to send out the thought, hello. If you're a person who has to talk, say it aloud. It's not going to kill you. You might look a little crazy to your family if you're doing this in front of them, but whatever works for you. This is why I say free of distraction. You want to stick to real simple questions first, so you get a really good understanding of how your guide speaks to you. So you want to stick with things like, is it sunny today? Is today Monday? Is today Wednesday? Things like that. There is no hurry, because Spirit has no, what we call, timetable. Their concept of time is completely different to us, because our concept of time is so skewed that it's not even funny. Just to make it very simple, Spirit doesn't work on a 24-hour basis. So if you get woken up in the middle of the night, don't be shocked. They're aware, but they don't care. Some of them. I don't know how many times I've been woken up in the middle of the night. Practice with that for about a week. Once you really get a feel for how your guide talks to you, you can move on. Ask what the guide's name is. Alright? Just seriously, relax, meditate, do what you need to do, focus on your guide and sit there and go, okay, well, my name is, Lady Silver Vixen, and I'd like to know what your name is. That way I can understand you a little bit better, and so we can actually create a connection. Then from there, you can go on to a couple of different questions like, do I actually know you? Are you akin to me? Have you ever helped me before? If so, how have you done so? Are you my actual twin flame? Now, on that note, a lot of people actually believe that the reason why a lot of us can't find our twin flames in our lifetime is because most of the time, while we're present, our twin flame isn't. They actually end up being spirit guides. You can also ask your guide if they're the only guide that you have, and if that's not the case, how many do you actually have total? And then from there, you can really just take your time and progress with the questions. You know, how big is the universe? Do entities watch us from UFOs or other places? I mean, these are just some of the different things. When you feel comfortable, that's when you can get truly personal with your guide. Am I on the right spiritual path? Should I be working as a healer? Will you lead me to a book or a homepage to further learn what I have to? Things of this nature. And the more advanced you get, the more you can go into, like, your love life. You can also go into deeper things such as the goals that you should be focusing on in life. Things of that nature. Overall, guys, I actually enjoy working with my spirit guides. I have several. I have several spirit guides, and then I have several spirits that have actually connected themselves to me. All great experiences. I don't want to go too much in depth with all this because I really want you guys to really focus and learn on your own. Part of being a witch is being observant and pushing for the information that you want. Go out and find it on your own. Alright? I'm here merely as a guide, so to speak. I give you the basic information, and from there, it's up to you to go and find out more. Okay? This is the same way that I learned how to do it, except I didn't have somebody who was a physical person trying to create videos to make it easier for me. Okay? I had to learn off websites and out of books, which are great, but when you can actually see somebody physically there and physically trying to pass on this information, it helps a ton. Anyway, this is Lady Silver Vixen, guys. Blessed be, and I'm signing out for now.